I think that this future ideal world, which I don't see it as a dream, is a future where people can see that the fear is a part of the path.
You are about to listen to part of a series where every month a member from our community shares with us a little about themselves, how they came to find out about the ACL Global Project, as well as what drives them to do the work that they do, and perhaps even a bit about their hopes and dreams. This is the ACL Member Spotlight series, and in today's episode, we are featuring Andre Lavor.
My name is Andre Lavor. I'm 24 years old. I'm speaking from the state of Ceará, Brazil, more specifically in the city of Fortaleza, but I'm from Cariri, Ceará's southern region. Currently, I'm a psychotherapist. I'm doing master's degree in education. A typical day of mine is full of classes, reading, writing, and having therapy sessions. FAP came up in my life about 6 years ago, but I found ACL community only in 2023, which was the year that I immediately showed up for my first ACL meeting as a guest. Then I volunteered as trainee to leadership and became a capture leader. And a couple months later, I received the invitation to translate some global meetings and workshops for Mavis, and I never stopped since then. I was quite sure that there was the space where I could see myself through the years, which is a space that I can keep in touch with my values in a way that make total sense with my personal way of seeing the world, but also working to make a difference as a person and as a mental health professional, even though I don't do that in the community. I love the title of change makers because in Portuguese we would translate that to agentes de mudança. And disregarding the grammatical politeness, we could pronounce and translate agente both to someone who makes something, but also can be translated to we, us. And this is why, besides keeping in touch with that values that I said before, I add belonging part of it, which means a place of great importance to me, like a fundamental needing. It's funny because when I was getting my first or second classes of behavior analysis and way after FAP classes in my hometown, I just saw that and I see, well, this is the way I see the world, and you're giving me some scientific data to it. So it's compatible to the way that I already saw the world. The big changing came when I got at my first breakout room, when I got into that visceral sensations. Well, I could call that epiphany. I see epiphany like a big moment of changing, but instead of saying about changing what I was thinking, I say about changing what I was feeling. So the visceral feelings that I felt in my first or second breakout rooms was like, well, I never felt something like that. Like the heart racing, the true and safe vulnerability, the opportunity to keep in touch with your true self and also giving a shot to be a better version of it in that exact moment. So that's visceral. That's hard. That's deep in those first moments. I said first or second breakout room because the real first one, when I saw what Mavis invited us to do, I got so overwhelmed, so intense feelings was going through me that I just like closed the laptop because I couldn't handle that. So I say to myself, okay, I'm trying a second one and I'm going to do it. I got it. It's not a new thing to me, but the first one I was like instantly I just got out of the room and I can't. These words are not just an acronym to me. I can feel the very deep meaning of each word and the very deep impact they can have to build a better world where relationships are built with bold and loving people. So that's what I hope for the future, that more people can feel everything that I say, those visceral sensations that bring yourself to be in the relationships there. So this future is a future where people get what I did at the second meeting, which was opening their hearts to what the ACL can offer. I feel like a lot of people acknowledge what the ACL can offer, but they are scared of it. I was scared of it, and that's what it is between the person itself and this better version, the fear, which is a feeling. And I think that this future ideal world, which I don't see it as a dream, is a future where people can see that the fear is a part of the path. My greatest reward was for sure the people I met. I'm sure there's no need to explain. It's a fact itself. I have had a big challenge that I face, which was the art of improvisation and overcoming the language barriers and all the shyness and the fear that I felt throughout this process as a volunteer, but also as a guest. The most important skill that I developed was using those challenges to keep in touch with people all around the world from other completely different languages and cultures. And I'm very proud of that. That makes me think that I can go anywhere and thrive. And by thriving, I mean not just interpersonal and intercultural skills. I mean really connecting to people with their culture, realities, and feelings. It's really hard to think about leadership when and where you are the only one trying to make the difference. I'm not talking about the community, but the geographic chapters that we have. I mean, I'm the only one from Ceará, I'm sure of it. It might feel a very lonely path sometimes, but it's not. That's why we think about a community. But also, we are from all around the globe, right? Looking at my experience, I would say to the people, stick to it. So, fail the first time, try the second time, and once you find a place that makes you feel uncomfortable by being challenged, but safe at the same time, then you can exercise your values. Well, that's a way to grow and make some impact in yourself and in others. So ACL community showed up as a place like this to me. So I'm sure it might have a similar function to other people too, the new ones. A value that I'm willing to make sacrifices for is expressing myself and my truth with transparency, just like an open book. I have been willing to sacrifice things based on the idea of sacrificing might be needed to grow and to prove to myself that honesty and validating both my personal needs and other people's feelings are a way to build relationships or give up on them if this is needed, which is a deep value to myself and to build a life that I see as a life worth living, like that deserves to be lived. And by that, I mean a life having relationships with people that are aligned to this purpose of transparency. I realize that I'm the kind of people that regret most of what I didn't instead what I actually did. So I'm always the prudent, cautious, restrained one. This might be a very good skill. Sometimes it might hold me back to things that could be a huge matter to me. So having ACL community as an example of a context where this emerged, I would say lose it. Don't don't hold back. This seems like a safe place where you can make some mistakes and keep going anyway. I would repeat the phrase that I just say, stick to it. It's all necessary for your growth.
That was Andre Lavor, and this is the ACL Member Spotlight series, where every month we feature another one of our outstanding members of the Awareness, Courage, and Love Global Project. We hope you enjoyed this talk, and we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Doing so will not only keep you informed of when we feature our next Member Spotlight, but also help us toward our goal of becoming monetized so that we can continue developing and bringing you this type of content.